What's happening, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Skye, where we are going to turn this little area into a thriving little city hub. Now, we are going to be using the newest pack, the Southwest USA pack, which was a great add to the game. If you don't have it, get subscribing to it because I think it's one of the best packs out there, especially for my city. So we're going to turn this area into this. Yeah, this is the area. Look at the buildings. Look, they look absolutely phenomenal. I love that new pack that got released. Just to make you aware though, within this episode I do detail a lot of this part which you're seeing right now up, and I still have the rest to finish. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. As always, we start off with placing the roads down, which is just a standard thing. And one thing I don't touch on here is the left hand side. See, close to the water there, I don't touch on that just yet. I've got something in mind for that, so stay tuned for that. And once again, if you do like this video, why not hit that like button? If you do want to comment, leave me a comment below, let me know your feedback, let me know your thoughts down below. And even better, if you're feeling like you want to subscribe, then hit that subscribe button. And also be sure to check out the description below as well, where I've got all my links to all my social channels, which include my Discord, X, Blue Sky. It'd be great if you could rock on over where I'm posting a lot of content on there as well. Also in the description below, I am going to post all the links to my mods that I've used in game, so why not pop on down, and if you do like any of them, click on the link, hit this wee subscribe button. I'm sure the modders would love that. So as you can see, I've just dropped the new elementary school, which is fresh out the Southwest pack from USA. It comes with a couple of upgrades, art and music rooms, you've got more classrooms, and it comes with an annex building as well. I don't know what an annex building is, so somebody cares to educate me, that would be great. It's currently costing me what, 134,000. I'm sure it's a week, but I'm not using my money in this, so I'm purely doing this for detailing it. And when I do eventually upgrade this building, it looks phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So now that I've got the school in place, I am going to create a district, and I was actually thinking about Grange Hill at this moment in time, and I was like, Grange, and I'm like, wait. And Grange Hill was actually a TV show for kids that ran from like 1978 to 2008. So yeah, that's where the name inspired me for this district. Next up, I needed to find a nice big open space. I didn't realise how big this school was. Like, this is massive. This secondary school is absolutely massive. Yeah, it includes a couple of upgrades as well, including a library, a gym, and more classrooms as well. But this is another school that's come out of the Southwest USA pack. All I'm going to do next is just build up around the school as well. And after I've done that, I dropped the newest fire station to get released in game. Check that fire station out, it's absolutely stunning. The detailing in that is tremendous. For the upgrades with this fire station, you've got a training tower, which looks pretty cool, a disaster aid, which I didn't put in, and you've got a helicopter pad. Look at that, that looks fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And again, fits in nicely in this part in my build on Skye. Next up, I put the police station down, and there's a couple of upgrades here as well. You can expand the holding cells, and you can add more patrol vehicles. Now, I didn't actually expand the police station, so yeah. And also another thing that you haven't actually seen me put down is a medical centre up to the top left there. You've also got more patient capacity and more ambulances, so the upgrades are phenomenal on the service assets within the game. Now that I've got the service buildings in place, we can now start dropping some residential and commercial area into the city. Now, as you can see, I started off with a bus stop there, and I'm just going into my Find It mod, literally typing in SW, and I'm just plopping all these lovely little assets down. And the architecture and detailing on some of these buildings are absolutely stunning. Now folks, this is where I'm going to start speeding things up because all I'm doing is plopping buildings in here. However, I will jump back in just before I start detailing everything up. And to the north part of this build, I make a little neighbourhood, little low-res neighbourhood which you're about to see. And more inland as you go, the higher the buildings get. So I'll be back in just one moment, stay tuned. So finally we can take a little bit of breather of speeding the game up just a little bit. Now this is where the detailing starts when the game, so stay tuned because I've got some extraordinary work coming up here. I start off by laying off a surface just there, as you can see, just a standard surface, and then I put some palm trees all the way along the side of the road, like so. And again, the links will be in the description below to the mods that I do use. So Elgendo's surface mods come in very handy into this part of the build. Lovely little quirky sort of surface right there. I've also got CryptoGamerSkylines grates as well for the trees, which are placed down as well. Again, another really nice finishing touch. I add some chairs just along like so, and they are vanilla sort of in-game sort of parks, which you'll find on the wee parks tab just down below. I do put some plants just to decorate it up just a little bit. Just finishes it up pretty nicely. The only thing is, I don't know if I'm being daft here. All my plants, since I done there was an area I done quite far back, and I changed the colour of the plants, and then every one of the plants that come out are now red, which is kind of frustrating. I don't know if I can change that, or am I just doing something stupid. As you can see though, I placed a water fountain in the centre there. Again, it just gives off that lovely feel, so people can walk around, they can just chill, they can vibe. See, I'm just back from Rotterdam, and as me as a UK citizen walking in a different country, it's absolutely amazing how much detailing goes in to other countries, which they do. And one thing I found with Rotterdam is it's so spacious. You walk out of Rotterdam Central Station and there's so much space. The transportation system is phenomenal in Rotterdam, by the way, so if you are from there, big yourselves up because it's so easy to get around. Taken from Google Maps, as you can see, this is the big massive open space. So I'm assuming they have like markets here set up. They probably have sort of events and stuff like that. So that's where I got the inspiration from, making big spaces, more plazas, which I'm going to do into the city. Moving on, I do jump into my Find It mods. Now I did want to put big offices here, but you know what, I opted for some high or medium residential area, should I say. Just look how good that looks. Finishes this area off nicely. I then add these little buildings and recolour them right along the train line there. And after I've done that, I put some parking into the back of them, just for our citizens to park. Now I know I've put parking up already there, but I see that as already for the school. And I know the school's got parking, but you can never have too much parking. Parking in the city is pretty much essential. And I'll probably end up putting a multi-story down here at some point, which will be kind of cool. So I went into the extra assets tab, went along to the middle tab that you can see there, and hit the parking tab, and this is where I'm just plopping these little assets. Next up, I do use Elgendo surfaces to tidy up the parking area, which looks on point, by the way. I then put some palm trees down here, and yes, you guessed it, look at this big open space. So I thought to myself, what can I put in here? I then just put a surface in, and basically I made this a little market area. That's basically what I done here. Yeah, just to fill it up, because I actually didn't know what to put in here. I was actually struggling, and I thought, I'll put a wee market in here. This surface I do not stick with, guys, so don't worry. It was very, very sore on my eyes after being online for a good couple hours already, so this does not stay. I went into my Find It mod, typed in very low commercialized assets, and just look at them down. It finishes this area off really, really nicely. So after I plopped all the markets down, I finished this area off with some fencing just to split the road and the paths a little bit. Just saves cars driving straight over it. Not that they will, but you know, I'm just detailing up at its best here. And yes, the surface, I did change the surface. I like this little red surface. Another great surface by Elgendo. So again, thanks very much, Elgendo. Really appreciated. And here we have another little space filled in and created. And as you can see, to the right hand side, I've put the UK hedge right up the side, splitting the car park. I think this looks absolutely fantastic. What's your thoughts? Moving on, I go a little bit further upfield with this next part. Again, I put some parking down like I did last time, which I've just seen. And I used a lovely little surface there. I can't remember what surface this is that I used, but regardless, it's a lovely looking surface. Now, I utilised this little space here. I thought to myself, what can I put in here now? Coming back from just doing a little plaza area, I thought a nice little play park would go well in here. So I go into Sully's mods here. I use like a sandy look for the surface. And I fence this area off nicely as well. All about the detail, all about the detailing. I do go and use the sort of vanilla ploppables. So yeah, so I'd go in, find a little swing, find a little roundabout and seats, just to make it look the part. I don't fill it up too much though. I don't overfill the part because you know I didn't want to. So yeah, I think it looks not too bad. After I've done with the seats, I put in some bushes as well, just to make it look, sort of give it that realism look. So I do love these bushes. Anybody who watches me knows that I use these bushes far more than what I probably should. But again, I think it just makes it look good. I do have to use my Move It mod and move the fence just out a little bit as well. I do move the fence a bit further close than what I should. By this point, I'm actually looking for the gate. I know where it is now. Scroll up, scroll up. There we go, we're coming to it. And there is the gate. Now that's another little touch. That come out with the UK pack, I'm pretty sure. So if you want a little gate, there you go. For this next part, I wanted to put some graffiti on this wall right here. I put my Bearded Brown stuff on it, but then I looked at it, I was like, nah, I want something big. So I went into obviously the graffiti part at the top of the tab, and I picked some Bootyaddict stuff, which again, the link will be in the description below, folks, for you to check out. And just like that, lovely little bit of street art on the wall. And for the next part, I do put another surface here, just so that the pedestrians can walk from on street to the parking area. For the next part, I used a couple of surfaces by Sully here, and I put a couple of little plants in here with some little benches here. I just wanted to make it look pretty, just fill in a gap basically. Also use my Move It mod just to sink the plants in, just to make it, you know, look like that they're sitting directly onto this surface. However, this is where I'm going to speed things up just a little bit, and I'll be back in just one moment. Just jumping back in here, folks, and guess what? For this area, I forgot to hit record. So I decided to give the little subway station above ground a little bit of a makeover with some surfaces, trees, and some little bits of detail. And again, frustrating, I know, and I'm frustrated as well. But it looks not too bad, I think. Moving on, so for the next area, I wanted to create like a little leisure area with a couple of five-a-side football pitches and some basketball pitches just behind the primary school here. Now I do use Elgendo's mods here, and again the link in the description can be found below. Anyway, I'm going to jump back out and I'm going to speed things up just a little bit. For the next part, here's a little tip for you. If you are wanting to put graffiti on the side of these big key walls here, I recommend firing a container down, putting the graffiti onto the side of the container, and then all you do is you just use your Move It mod to fling back onto the wall, like so, as you can see here. Obviously, you'll have to move about it, play about it until the actual wall, till it actually appears on the wall. Now, the key wall is it isn't straight, so it is sort of curved round a little bit, so hence why I was struggling to get some of the graffiti on the wall, but I did manage to do it. Once all the graffiti decals were on the wall, I did use some Elgendo's like wet look mods, just to give it, I don't know, that extra little bit of fine detailing. And to me, I think that looks really not too bad. Nice little skate park in my area. What do you think? that is a wrap, fellow YouTubers, and here is my newest little district within Skye, Grange Way. I think I've done a fantastic job here. I love this area. It's so amazing how creative you can get when gaming all these different assets, fences, decals. It's amazing. However, I am anxiously waiting on the USA Northeast Park releasing, and it does release this week, and I cannot wait to get in the mix with the Northeast and the Southwest just to see what type of different buildings there is. Well, if you are still with me, thank you very much for joining me. If you did like this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want more as well, and head over to my Twitch account where I'm going to be finishing off a lot of detailing, because I do still have a lot more to do within this part of the area. I've obviously got the right hand side here, the motorway. I need to fix all that still, so all that little nitty gritty bits will get done on Twitch. Anyway, fellow YouTubers, that's it for me. You've been watching me, Bearded Brune, and until next time, happy gaming.